What else do you want to talk about? Any questions? I did the lecture. I recorded the YouTube thing, and it'll be on in a second. It's processing. Any questions about the homework or the midterm or anything? No?
I think maybe number two.
Huh?
Two on homework.
Which one? Which homework?
It's involving the primary term.
Homework 6?
Yeah.
Oh, I just put up another. All of them? Okay, do you want to do homework 1? The question 1? Let me make sure. Am I recording? I want to make sure I'm recording. I am, I guess. Okay. Okay. This homework first one's a pretty straightforward one. Okay, so Townsville deciding how many. Okay. 14%. Let's see if I can do this. No, it's not. Okay. Okay, so how many people did this? And are okay with it? Huh? Okay, the first one's pretty straightforward. Okay, okay, so the first thing is like, so there's 0 plants, 1 plant, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's what? 14% like 0 plants, 16, 18, 6, 30, and 16. Okay. All right, so that's the first thing you do. Is these are where the people are distributed, right? These are the ideal points. Okay, 2 candidates running for office. Okay. So this is pretty straightforward. What are the strategies? There's just 2 people, right? What are your strategies? This is very similar to the lecture, right? Yeah? What are your strategies? Huh? Yeah. So 0 through 5, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Make this bigger. And then this person's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If they both, so if candidate 1 and candidate 2 are both at 0, what are their vote shares? 50-50, right? If candidate 1, so this is candidate 1, candidate 2 is over here. If candidate 1 is at 1, and candidate 1 is at 0, and candidate 2 is at 1, then candidate 1 gets how many votes? Just 14, right? Candidate 1 gets these folks. And then candidate 2 gets all the rest, which is 46, 52, 86, right? Does that make sense? This is literally just like the lecture, I think. No? Do you want me to put the mic on, or are you okay? Is it okay? Okay. What goes in here? 86, 14. How about here? 1, 1. 50, 50. Yeah?
Will you be able to put the mic?
Yeah, okay, I'll put it on. Okay, let's see. Okay. What goes here with 1, 1? 50, 50. In fact, all these ones in the main diagonal like 50, 50, right? How about when candidate 1 is at 0 and candidate 2 is at 2? Like that.
So do they split the 16?
Yeah, they split the 16. Yeah, exactly. So candidate 1 gets 14 plus half the 16. So it's 22, yeah? Exactly. 22. And then person 2 gets everyone else, which I think is 100 minus 78, right? Okay. How about here? 78. Does it make sense? So it's just like that. Do you guys get that? Okay. Do you want me to do the whole thing, or are you okay with it? Yeah.
Can you explain one more time why candidate 1 gets 22?
Yeah, okay. So this is where candidate 1's at the point 0, right? He wants 0 plants. Candidate 2 wants 2 plants. She's here. Okay, so these folks, these voters, all vote for 2, right? Because 2 is closest to them. Yeah. So all these folks, and of course these, so 30 plus 16 plus 6 plus 18, these people all go for 2. Right? These folks go for 1. Yeah. These people at 1, the candidates are equally far away, so they split half-half. So 8 go to here, and 8 go to here. So 1 gets 14 plus 8, which is 22. And then candidate 2 gets 8 plus 18 plus 6 plus 30 plus 16, which is 78. Yeah. Is that okay?
What if candidate 1 is at 0 and candidate 2 is at 3?
Okay, let's do that. I should use a pencil instead. So candidate 1's at 0, candidate 2 is at 3. Okay, so here, I think these folks go to candidate 1, right? So if you're a voter at 0 or 1, then you vote for 1. So then it's like 30. Yeah.
And 18 goes with candidate 2.
Yeah, the 18 goes to candidate 2. So 18 plus 6 plus 36 plus 24, 6, 70, I think, yeah. Yeah, that's all. In this case, there's no ties because everyone finds somebody which is closest. How about this one? How about if candidate 2 is here on 4? So now candidate 2 gets these folks, candidate 1 gets these folks, and now these people tie. Right? Does that make sense? So candidate 2 gets 46, 52, and then half of 18, which is 9, so 61, right? So this is 0 for this. And I think candidate 1 gets 14 plus 16, which is 30 plus 39, thank you. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, that's pretty simple.
But then after that,
Uh-huh.
what about if there's 3 people? Like,
Oh,
how
okay,
does
no,
this
that's a good
fit?
question. Okay, so let's think. Anyway,
It's question B, I think.
okay. Question B. Now say there are 3 candidates. Okay, so now, is there a pure strategy Nash equilibrium? Did you guys do it? What is the Nash equilibrium here? I think it was 3? Everyone says 3? Okay, so we found this is a Nash equilibrium to this. Okay. All right, let's see. Oops. Okay. All right, so let's think about it. We'll just make the little graph again. 0, 1, 2, 15, 16, 6, 30, 16. Okay, so is it going to be a Nash equilibrium where all 3 candidates are at 3? Okay, let's think about that. Okay, so everyone's shaking their head. Why are you shaking your head?
Because if they would want to deviate to get a better.
Yeah, exactly. Right, right. So what are their payoffs now? Yeah, a third. They're all tying, right? They're all getting exactly a third of the things, right? So all getting with 33.3%. Okay, so can someone deviate to get better off? Yeah, how would you deviate, for example? Huh? Yeah, just move away, right? You can move over here, for example, candidate 1 can move over here. Candidate 1 moves over here, then 1 gets how many votes? 48, yeah, which is bigger, yeah. Okay, that's it. So, is it the case that there's a Nash equilibrium where everyone's at, all 3 people are at 3? No, right? Because somebody wants to deviate.
Can I just have a question?
Huh?
It's just for question 1 on how to fill up the table,
Uh-huh.
on how to like split it.
Right.
Like let's say player 1's at 4 and
Uh-huh.
player 2 is at like 0.
Okay.
How do you like split it up? Because
14, 16, 18, 6, 30, 16. So candidate 1 is at, using
player
candidate,
1's at 4
mm-hmm.
and then like candidate 2 is at 0.
Okay.
How does that get split up?
Okay, well, again, you just take each voter group by group. The people here, who are they going to vote for?
2.
2. How about here? 2. How about these people? Both, right? This is the tie, right?
Okay.
Each people exactly 2 away. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't it just you subtract from like if you're at 2, like when you're trying to figure out who 2's gonna vote for, you just subtract like 2 from 0 and it's 2, and then you try to subtract like 4 from 2, and it's like the link
Yeah, exactly. Right, right. Yeah, it's like a length thing. Yeah, exactly. This person's 2 away and 2 away. Yeah, so it's like 4 from 2 and 2 from 0. It's like a 2 away. Yeah.
What about when candidate one is at 0 and candidate two is at 5?
Okay.
And there's
Okay.
I was gonna say that like, can there only be ties when there's an odd number in between?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Right, right, right. So in this case, there's a tie here, but if like 1 were here, there would be no tie. Okay, but let's see. You said, if, like, say 1's at 5. Yeah, is that what they're just saying, right?
yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so now there is no tie, right? Because these people vote for 2, these people vote for 2, these people vote for 2, right? Because 0 is only 2 away, right? Whereas this guy's at 5, which is 3 away. So these people vote for 2. All these people vote for 2. These people vote for 1. Okay, so I guess in this case, if I were to do, let's see, this is where 2 is at 0 and 1 is at 5. That's this, right? And I think 2 gets how much? 48. And then 1 gets 52. That's what it looks like there. Okay.
Is this going to be posted online or is this just?
Oh, I'm recording it. Yeah, 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 yeah. For the people who aren't here, I think I am at least. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Question number 3 in the midterm has been killing me.
Okay. All right. But do you want to continue with this first? We'll do that. Okay. But are there any more questions of question 1 on the homework? No. Okay. Now, what about question 2? Somebody asked about question 2 in the homework. Do you want to do that? Yeah. Did anyone try it and do it?
Yeah, no, I did it myself.
Was it okay?
Yeah, it's just tedious.
It's tedious. Yeah.
It's tedious.
Yeah.
Once you get all the diagram things done.
Yeah. 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 Okay. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
That's all with the formula?
Yeah. That's just again, just it's not a big deal. It's just yeah. 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 Okay. So here, so notice here, like in this thing, there's like 1 dimension of people's preferences. So now let's see, there's 2. That's what that problem's all about. So, okay, so let's see. Okay, so now there's skate parks and dog walks. Okay, so now there's 2 dimensions. There's skate parks and dog walks. Okay. Okay, so 40% of the population are cranky taxpayers which dislike public expenditures. So 40% of people are right here at 0, 0. Okay. 22 want 6 skate parks and 0 dog walks. So 1, 2, 3. So 22% of the people are here. 30% are yuppie golden retriever owners who want 6 dog walks. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. How many people are those? 30%. And then 8% are consensus-minded Buddhists who want 2 of each. Does that make sense? So these are where people are now. Instead of your ideal point being in 1 dimension, there are 2 dimensions. Okay. Now, say there are 2 candidates running for office which take positions of both issues. Okay. And again, even it's a little more complicated, but still people vote for the people who are closest to them. Okay? For the candidate who's closest to them. Okay, so let's say that we're going to say that candidates can either be at 0, 0, 0, 3, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 0, 3, 3. Okay, so really this person's over here. Oops. Okay. Okay, so let's think about what we're going to do. Do I have a pencil? I don't. Oh, I have an. Oh, this is going to work. I can figure out what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a little piece of paper with. This is candidate 1. And this is candidate 2. That we don't have to keep on erasing.
Like
Okay.
it?
Huh?
Would you like it?
Okay, sure. Thanks. Thank you. We have a nice pencil. This is really nice. This like costs $40 or something like that.
About 20.
Nice. Okay, don't let me forget it. Okay, what if both candidate 1 and candidate 2 are at 0? Do you see my little piece of paper? Okay. So who's going to vote for candidates 1 and 2? How many votes are each going to get? 50-50, right? They're just going to split everything. So those are all. That's easy. Anytime you're in the same spot, you're at 50-50. Okay, how about this one? What if candidate 1 is at 0, 0, and then candidate 2 is at 0, 3? What is 0, 3? It's like right there. This is great. I'm going to do this like this. This is such an innovation. Okay, see that? How that really works. Okay. Okay. All right. So how many votes will candidate 1 get? Well, candidate 1 will get the 40% of people are here, right? Who will these people vote for? Will they vote for 1 or 2?
One.
Well, they just vote the person who's closest, right? And 1 is slightly closer than 2, yes? So candidate 1 will get the 40%, the 30% here. Will candidate 1 get these people, the Buddhists? No, right? Those are going to be for 2. How about these people? These are the skate punks. They're going to vote 2. So candidate 1 altogether gets how many votes? 70. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Candidate 1 gets these 40 plus these 30. Is that okay?
I think you might have to zoom out.
Oh, is it not working? Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. Candidate 1 gets these 40 and these 30. Yeah. So these are the yuppies. They vote for candidate 1. The cranky taxpayers vote for 1. The Buddhists vote for 2, and the skate punks vote for 2. Yeah? So candidate 1's total number of votes, I think, is what? 70. Okay, so we're here at 70. And candidate 2's is how many?
I just did this thing also, so the candidate 2 is now 3 things single.
Uh-huh.
So
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, it should be up here. Whoops. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I made a mistake. Sorry. This is,
Yeah.
I always do that. It's 0, 0, 0, 3, 0. Yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you. Okay. This is the one we're doing here, right? Yeah, okay, thank you. So it's 70, 30. Okay. Yeah, thank you. I get 0, 3, 3, 0 mixed up. Sorry. Let's do this, the one. Okay. This is where candidate 1's at 0, 0, candidate 2's at 0, 3. That's up here. Okay. Now, how many votes does candidate 1 get? Okay. 40 and 22, 66. And then, how about the Buddhists? I think they're going to vote for 2.
Yeah.
Who's closer? And then how about the yuppies vote for 2, right? So the candidate 1 gets how many votes?
62.
62, 38. Make sense? Okay, thank you. And this is just the flip side of that, right? This is 38, 62. And this is 30, 70. Okay, so you can just keep on doing that. And the only issue is if there's something which is hard to figure out, which is closer, right? So here it's very clear, for example, candidate for the yuppies, they'd rather vote for 2 than 1, right? But sometimes you're not sure which is closer, then you have to do the Pythagorean theorem to figure out which is closer. But that's not a huge deal. Do you want to do one of those? Did you guys do it?
I have the tables.
Okay, let's see. How about like, let's see. What's a good one? Let's do that. Okay, well let's look at this one for example here. See, candidate 1 is at 1, 1, which is here, with that little dot there, and then candidate 2 is at 0, 3. That's here.
0, 3 is not
Oh, you're right. I made a mistake. Thank you. 0, 3 is up here. Thank you. Okay. All right. How many votes does 1 get? Okay, well, 1 gets the 40, right? And then the 8 and the 22, I think, right?
Yeah.
70, right? And then 30. Okay, so now this is what I would do. Like, okay, say that to me it's pretty clear that these Buddhists are closer to 1 than to 2. Yeah? The Buddhists would rather vote for 1 than 2. But let's say I don't trust my eyes and I want to just calculate that explicitly. How would I do that? The distance between the Buddhists, so the distance between the Buddhist 2, 2, and your candidate is at 1, 1. What is that distance? Okay, well, I can figure it out by using the Pythagorean theorem. That's what that thing is. I might give it to you. Where is it? Yeah. This is simply the distance between 2 points, right? You take the distance in the x-axis and the difference in the y-axis, square them, and take the square root. Okay, do you remember that? From algebra 2 or whatever? Okay. Geometry. Okay, so let's see. The distance between this is going to be square root of 2 minus 1 squared plus 2 minus 1 squared. This is the square root of 1 plus 1 equals square root 2. Right? You see that? Okay, that's the distance between the Buddhists and 1. What's the distance between 2, 2, and where 2 is at 0, 3, right? Okay, that's the square root of what? 2 minus 0, the difference between the x-coordinates, and 2 minus 3, thank you. This is going to be the square root of 4 plus 1, square root of 5. Okay, which is the bigger number? Which is smaller, square root of 2 or square root of 5? Square root of 2, right? So that means that if you're at 2, 2, you'd rather go for the person at 1, 1 rather than the person at 0, 3. Right? That's all it is. Yeah? Does that make sense? So you can either do it visually or by doing this one. If you, okay? You could literally take out your ruler too. Okay. Do you want to do the rest of them, or are we okay? Do you want me to do that? Huh?
Can we just do A of 3?
A of 3? Is this 2? It's problem 2, right? But are we okay with 2 now?
Yes.
Okay. So now you get a fairly complex game, but I think you can do stuff with iterative elimination dominant strategies. Okay. Stuff. Okay, let's do it. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, this is fun. Huh? Oh, for problem 2 now? Uh-huh. Yeah, in other words, I think for 2A, you can't eliminate you can only, there's something, I think it's going to be something left. Like, I think it's 3 by 3 left, I think. I don't remember exactly, but you can't get it all the way to 1 by 1. You do eliminate some stuff, but you can't eliminate everything. Yeah. Just like that's just a straightforward iterative elimination dominant strategies thing, right? If I can't eliminate everything, if I can't, I'll eliminate some stuff, and what's remaining is I'll just say some of those things can happen. That's what you did say. Okay. All right. Any questions about 2 anymore? Do you guys do it? Did you get, when you eliminate for 2A, for iterative elimination dominant strategies, what do you get? Do you get 3 left over? Did anybody do that yet?
I was, yeah, I have a 3 by 3.
Yeah, I think it's a.
0, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3.
Yeah, I think that basically people will find the central positions. It's kind of like a median voter thing. Remember, so like for example, I don't think, for example, people take 3. You'll be able to make some sort of prediction. I think that's what it is. Yeah. What was the prediction you had?
Well, I was wondering what tomorrow it was the Bayesian model said that voter will choose the candidates closest to ideology. I don't think we can make a prediction yet.
Oh, okay. I have the answer somewhere if you want to really go. But what did you get? You go either. Yeah.
I got so remember so the table which was referred to was like 0, 3,
Uh-huh.
2, 0, 3.
Okay, is that what you got too?
Well, mine was 0, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3.
Yeah, 0, 3, 2, 2, and 3, 3. I think that's right. You'll have to. Well, I mean, it's as a prediction. It's not a unique one. This is just like Nash equilibrium. I mean, so It means that you never do 3, 3, you never do 3, 0, you never do 1, 1, you never do 0. Yeah, some of these things. Yeah. That's all. You can do Nash too. Do you want to do Nash? I don't know. You can see if there's a Nash equilibrium. I don't know. It might not be.
It is not a mixed strategy.
What no?
It is not finding the mixed strategy.
It is not. You could find it, sure. If you,
Oh, but there are three options.
yeah, yeah. It would be complicated, but it is possible. Yeah. But I'm not asking you to do that, so don't worry about that. But at least you are making a conclusion, right? It is some things you can eliminate. So that is a prediction. Okay. Question 3. Okay. Okay.
May I ask something about question 1?
Sure.
I want to know about B and D. So,
Mhm.
if there are certain candidates,
Right.
is there pure straight symmetric equilibrium?
Okay. So in the first, we did B, right? So we said that there's no, in B, 1B, there's no pure strategy Nash equilibrium, right? When B, that was that's this little thingy, right? Okay, so in B, the answer is no, there's no pure strategy Nash equilibrium. So in D, is it different? Did you guys do that? In 1D? What did you find? Huh? Also, let's check that. So 1D is, now what we have is, let's see, K0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 4% are at 0, 10% are at 1, 78 are at 2, 2% are at 3, 2% at 4, and 4% at 5. Okay, if I do the whole matrix, what is the Nash equilibrium you get for 2 people? I think we're all at 2. Okay, so the question is going to be, if I have 3 people at 2, is that going to be a Nash equilibrium?
Yes.
Okay, let's think about it. Just use the definition, right? What is their payoff? You know, I'll get 33% or whatever. Right? Okay, so can someone gain by deviating?
No.
Yeah.
No, why is it no? Okay, so like if one moves over here, one will get like 14 votes, right? If one moves over here, one will get like 8 votes or something, right? So can one gain by deviating? No. In fact, so this is actually a Nash equilibrium with 3 people. How is this different from the one we just did? How is this different from this guy? So here, 3 people at what is it? At 3 is not a Nash equilibrium. But now 3 people at 2 is. What's the difference? Yeah.
They have an incentive to change.
Yeah, here they have an incentive to change because there's a fair number of people out here, right? But here, there's so many people there too that if you go to the extremes, you're not going to pick up too many people, right? Makes sense? Yeah.
Is there a rule that like if it's over 50% or something, it's always an actual equilibrium, or is it like a case by case?
Oh, that's interesting. Over 50% meaning, oh, like here?
Fidelity is over-
That's a good question. Yeah, yeah.
Well, like in this case, because there's 3 people, you just do like 100 divided by 3.
Yeah. Okay, let's think about that. That's a good question. So let's think about it. Okay, say that there's like I don't know, 52% here or something like that. Is what you're saying? And then there's 48 left in other places. So let's say that there's like I don't know, 24 here, 12, 12, 0, something like this. Okay. So let's see. So put all 3 people here. Each one is getting like 100 over 3, right? They're all tying at this place, right? Is this going to be a Nash equilibrium? Yeah, right, because if I deviate, I'll get 24 or something like that, right? Yeah, so right, I guess you're right. So if there's at least half in one spot,
52,
uh-huh.
2, and 0 for 0, 0 for 1, 0 for 3, 0 for 4, and 34.
Oh, okay, that's cool, that's great. Let's check that out, yeah. How about this, exactly? So let's say we'll put all the extremists on one side. What you're saying?
30.
Oh, 38. Oh, 48, right?
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
But that would be an answer if it were.
Now, how about this in this case?
Oh.
Now it's not, right?
No, because
Because they're getting 33.3, they can move up. Yeah.
someone wants to be.
Okay, so like what would be the general rule?
Like, 30, like, if 32% is not.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
More than 67%. One.
More than 67, okay, yeah, yeah. If you have more than 67% in one spot, right? Okay, so basically, if they're all in the same spot, you get 33%, right? You've got to make it so that no one can get more than 33% by moving away, right? So if there's 67% in that one thing, for sure, that'll be a Nash equilibrium, correct? Yeah. But I think it's also possible that you could have like 52% here and then 24% in both sides, right? Like that's this case, right? So that would also work, yeah. I think the key is that you just, I think, what would the general rule be? I think the general rule is what? You just can't have more than a third away.
Yeah.
That's what it is, I think, right? Because you're getting a third, 100 over 3 right there, so you can't have more than, yeah, excellent. Okay. All right, that's cool. We were going to do number 3, right? Okay, where's this? Okay. This problem is, once you start explaining it, it becomes pretty simple. Okay, so, let's see. Okay. All right. Asbestosville. We're being the Pflugerville Pirates. There are 11 council members. One doesn't want to give the team any more money, so there's one person at 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, I'm sorry, there's not a 0. This person wants to give only, this is how much money they want to give the team. Okay? It goes from 1 to 11. Each one is one council person. Okay? All right, so the city council person is a baseball fanatic and wants to give the Pirates 11. So this is the chairperson is here. Okay? The chairperson controls the city agenda and thus decides what proposal to bring to the council. When a proposal is brought to the council, all council members simply vote yes or no. If the vote fails, then the policy remains at the status quo. So the status quo is here. Like in the Downsy model, a council member wants the final policy be as closest to her own ideal point as possible. Which proposal will the chairperson make? Okay, so if you're the chairperson, these are your 11 council members, and you only need a majority of them, right? Okay, so what proposal will you make? Let's just try what? Mac, you want to make one which is as close to you as possible, right?
9.
Maybe 9, let's say. Okay, so let's say I propose, before I forget. Thanks. Okay, so you propose 9. Okay, if I propose 9, who's going to vote for it? Well, okay, so the proposal is 9. Does this person vote yes? How about this person?
Yes.
How about this person? Yes, they definitely want it. How about this person?
Yes.
How about this?
Yes.
Maybe we could have the pencil back. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Thank you. Okay. How about 7?
Yes.
How about 6?
Yes.
How about 5? Right. 5 is right on the bubble, yes?
Yeah.
5 could take it or leave it, right? Because 1, the status quo is equally far away as the proposal.
Yes.
Yeah? But definitely these people will vote. These people will vote for it, right? Yes?
You have
Is that, yeah, this is, yeah. So this will pass, correct? So the proposal at 9 will definitely pass. Because at least 6 people will vote for it, maybe even this 7th person will vote for it. Right? Okay. However, can the council person do better than that? How about what? Huh? 8?
It's worse.
Yeah, that's worse, yeah. Well, yeah.
And you have to 10 because then you won't get majority.
Okay, how about, well, okay, the chairperson could propose 8, 7, and 6. That will get even more votes, right? But the chairperson, that's farther away for the chairperson, right? The chairperson wants to move in this way, right? How about 10? Okay, who would vote for 10? Well, these people would. This person, this would. How about this person? Yes. How about this?
No one gets.
Yeah, that's because now the proposal's 4 away, and the status quo is 5 away, right? So this person prefers a proposal to the status quo, right? So this person definitely votes yes, right? How about this person? That person votes no. So all these people vote no, these people vote yes. Does 10 pass? Yes, it does. Okay. So 9 passes, but 10 passes also. And the chairperson has the agenda power, so the chairperson says 10. Yeah? Chairperson gets to choose what they vote on. How about 11? But the proposal's here. Okay, who's going to vote for it? 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. But now 6 is kind of, hazy, right? 6 could either go for the status quo or not. So I guess if 6, it's possible that 6 will vote for it, but maybe it's possible it won't. So this is not guaranteed to win, yeah? So I guess it is possible for 11 to win. That 11 could build, the chairperson could build a majority with 6, but it's not guaranteed. So I guess the safest thing to say is 10 is the safe one, because definitely we'll get a majority for that. Yeah? Makes sense? Don't we talk about the rest of the problem?
Yeah.
Okay. How about B? Now say the mayor can veto the city council decision. The mayor's ideal point is at 2.6 million. Okay. If the council decision is farther away than the status quo from the mayor's ideal point, the mayor will veto the council's decision, and the status quo will be implemented. The sequence of decisions. Okay. So is it clear that first they make a vote, city council makes a vote, and then the mayor gets a veto or not? Yeah. So what do you think is going to happen? Okay, first of all, let's just think. Before we said the council person proposes 10 and it gets a majority, right? If that happens, what's the mayor going to do? Veto, right? Because the status quo is much closer to the mayor than 10. Okay, so how do I solve this problem?
Well, isn't the mayor gonna veto anything that's above 4?
I think that's right, yeah. Well, hold on.
Because it's away from the status quo, so you go 2 out.
So the mayor's at 2.6, right? Status quo is at 1, so 1 is 1.6, right? So 4 is only 1.4 away, right? This is 1.
4.6.
So this is. So the status quo is 1.6 away. 4 is 1.4 away. Yes. The mayor will not veto 4. Will the mayor veto 5?
Yes.
Because that's 2.4 away. So the mayor will veto anything in this region. Yeah. The mayor will be okay with this. Yes. Okay. So if you're the city council. Huh?
Veto anything after 4.6.
Oh yeah, I was just thinking whole numbers. That's what I was thinking. But I guess strictly speaking, yeah, it's like 4.2 or something, right? Yeah, 4.2, because that's 1.6 in instruction. Anyway, if I do whole numbers, the mayor will veto 5 or above, right? And we'll be okay with 4 or below. So if you're the city council person, what are you going to? 4, right? Will 4 win a majority, by the way? Yeah. Well, basically, almost everybody will vote for 4, right? I think these people and 3, yeah. The only people who won't vote for 4 is like 1, 2. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so that's that. Yeah. Okay. Do we do C too? Or you can,
I don't know.
do we do C?
Might as well.
Okay, we might as well. Now say if the mayor vetoes the city council decision, the city council can override the veto with 2/3 of this council vote. Okay, if the city council proposal is vetoed, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so now you can veto the mayor's proposal. If the mayor vetoes, the city council can override with 2/3. Okay, so let's think about that. First of all, how many council people are there? There are 11, right? So what's 2/3 of 11? 22 over 3. Yeah, it's 8, yeah. Yeah, 7 is not enough, yeah. It's actually 7.33, but you need 8, right? Okay, so you can override a veto with 8. Okay. Well, let's just game it out. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. one way to think about it is when the mayor has a veto, even though the city council person has a lot of agenda power, the mayor is quite influential, yes? Okay. Now we're giving a little bit more power back to the city council by doing the override thing, yeah? Okay. Let's just check. So the city council, say the council person suggests 10. Does it pass the first vote, majority? Oh,
Oh, okay.
yeah, we said that, right? Okay. Then does the mayor veto it? Yes. Now, but can the people override the veto? Okay, huh?
Only 6 through 11 will go.
Okay, let's check it. So it's between, so if they override the veto, they'll get 10. If they don't override the veto, it'll be the status quo, right? Yeah? Okay, so it's between 1 and 10. How many people will vote for 10?
It's all the way up until 6.
6,
We
yeah?
just did it, yeah.
Oh, we just did that, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Okay,
not
right.
gonna be overridden.
So 6 people will vote for it, and I need 8. Yeah. So 10 is not going to work, right? You see what I'm saying?
9 is the same thing.
How about 9?
It's the same thing.
Okay, between they'll get 7, maybe at most 7, right? How about 8?
We don't know about
Okay, now all these people will vote for it, right? And that's 7 people, right? Is that enough? That's not enough for the veto, right?
7 is your highest amount.
Okay, if we do 7, now 4 is on the bubble, right? And maybe 4 will win. 4 will vote for it.
7 million and
With 7, then it's possible that 8 people will vote to override,
that. Yeah,
correct?
but it's not for sure.
But it's not for sure, and so then to be for sure, what do I want to do?
6.
6, yeah, I think. And then 4, yeah, then these people will surely vote for it, and then it'll go over. Does that make sense? Yeah. So, okay, so you can kind of see what's going on. The first thing was the city council had all the power. The city council person has all the power, then they're going to get something very close to what they want, right? The mayor has a veto, then the mayor can bring it over to where the mayor wants. Now, with the override, we're giving a little bit more power back to the city council person. Okay, but because the override takes 2/3, the city council person can't bring it all the way back, right? The city council person, I think, what did we say? 6, right? Is that what we said? Yeah. City council person gets a little bit of that power back, but not all of it, because the requirement for the veto override is high. Okay, that's it. That's all. Okay. All right. Any questions? I just assigned a new homework today. You can tell me that too. So do you want to talk to the midterm? No? You're right. You're saying that.
Midterm number 3, right?
Yeah, midterm number 3.
Which one was the one where we had to do in-person tree?
That's 3.
That's 3?
Well, 3, if I remember correctly, was the one with like China and Thailand. No, not
Oh, yeah.
I think so, right? 3 was the one
I think
with
that
the
was-
international.
Yeah, that's the one that killed me.
Oh, I have a question. Have you guys taken PS10?
Yeah.
No? That's the stats one.
Yes.
Do you like it? Or PS, sorry. Oh, sorry, not PS10. PS6 is what I'm thinking of. Sorry, PS6. PS6 and then stats 10 is what I'm thinking about. Yeah?
The thing about stats.
Okay. I'm curious. So,
Stats didn't add it there.
No, well, the professor for I haven't taken that, but the sort of that's what you call it. PS6, it's kind of if you're cool with coding, take it.
Who likes PS40?
Really
Because I'm enrolled, so it's too late.
Really easy.
Well,
Just like
okay,
if you got
cool.
I think stats 10 is pretty doable.
Right.
It's pretty-
okay, cool.
I heard like good things about that.
But the
Okay.
midterms of PS6 are
That's because I wanted to do
Okay.
presentations and always having stats and it's
I'm curious. I'll ask you about that. I'm curious.
not both in the lab.
Okay. Problem 3? How about the Bruin one?
Ruin one? You were so hard.
Is that hard?
That was it
No, it wasn't hard. It's
tedious.
just that.
It's tedious.
Yeah, it's just like your head hurts.
How about,
Like you're just repeating in your head U-I-N-U-I-U-I.
did you guys, problem 1 is pretty simple though,
I
right?
did it twice because I didn't read that it was 2 on the left and then 1 on the right.
Okay.
Good one.
Ariana Grande does not have a ponytail anymore. Ah. Did you guys get this?
Yeah.
No? Yes? You don't remember?
I'm pretty sure I only circled the bottom.
Yeah, you said the rest of the bottom too.
I only circled, no, I circled the bottom.
I'm a bad
thing,
at
not the
calculating.
first.
Okay.
I don't have that red. I didn't circle that red.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Wait,
Do you want to talk about this?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is this?
I mean, you just have to reflect on it.
Okay, okay, so what is it? This is Nikki puts the X and the Y in there, right? So Nikki's trying to embarrass Ariana. Nikki wants Ariana to propose and be rejected again. That's like, go Nikki. And so this is, so there's the X and the Y. Does it make sense? So is it clear where this comes from? Do you want me to talk about that? No? Okay, so let's put that up there. So the question is going to be, circle all the X and Y's which make the resulting subgame perfect Nash equilibrium in which Ariana proposes again and P rejects it. Okay. So in other words, the one which here. So if I solve this game, the first thing to realize is that Pete plays reject here no matter what X and Y is, right?
Yeah.
Because Pete cares about the 12 versus the 7. The X, so there's no X and Y thing here, right? Make sense? So this is always going to happen. Pete will always reject here. How about here? What is Pete going to do here?
Well, it depends on what.
Yeah, it depends on Y now, right? Because it's 10 versus 8 plus Y, yes?
And so Y can only be 1 for 4, right?
Yeah, so let's go down here. Y is either 1, 3, 5, or 7.
So that
The
means
rel-
that's either 9, 11, I don't know the other one.
How
Yeah.
can you want?
What?
Yeah, how can you
Y is either going to be.
Here's Y is 1 down here.
It's either going to be 9.
Oh, like the
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that correct?
Okay, so let me just talk it through it. Y, the possible values for Y are 1, 3, 5, and 7, right? If Y were 1, then P would date somebody else. If Y were 1, P would remain single. Yes? You say, so if Y is bigger than 1, then P would date somebody else. Okay, so let's just take it step by step. If Y is 1, then Pete does the single thing here, right? And then what does Ariana do? She's choosing between what? Getting that minus 10 plus X? Or the 0, right? So then it's just about whether minus 10 plus X is bigger than 0, right? So that's the case. X has to be bigger than 10, so that's this bit.
oh shit.
Makes sense? What?
Why? Because Pete doesn't want to stay single.
No, if Y is 1, P wants to be single.
Yeah, but Y is never going to be 1.
Well, no, yes, it is. So it's one possible value for Y. Y here. If Y is 1,
No, but it's never going to be 1 because you want the subgame perfect Nash equilibrium to be proposed reject.
correct, but we have to think about, again, if Ariana, we want to see when Ariana proposes, right? And that depends on what Ariana's payoff here versus what happens down here, right? So we need to figure out what happens down here. If Y is 1, P remains single, and therefore, if Ariana doesn't propose, Ariana will get the 0. Yeah? So when Y is 1, P remains single, Ariana chooses between minus 10 plus X and 0. So you're right. This never happens, however, it does affect when Ariana chooses to propose. Does that make sense? That's the thing you have to do. Yeah? Okay, so is that clear though? Yeah.
Isn't, like, so but isn't Ariana like the, what do you call it, the know-it-all or whatever? Like she knows what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So aren't you really only accounting for Pete's actions?
Okay, correct. So, okay. The way to think about it is this. Okay. Here, Pete always rejects, right? Because 12 is better than 7. Yes? So we know that if Ariana proposes, Ariana will get minus 10 plus X. That's just true. What happens if Ariana doesn't propose? Well, Ariana could get either a 0 or a minus 16. We don't know. That depends on what Pete does. Okay. What will Pete do? Well, Pete's choosing between the 10 and 8 plus Y. So it does depend on what Y is. It's a little bit different from here, right? Here we can say Pete will always do reject, but here we can't say necessarily. Okay, so if Y is 1, for example, then this is 10 versus 9. Pete's going to remain single. Right? If Y is 1. Pete's remaining single down here, so Ariana chooses between propose or not. She's choosing between minus 10 plus X and 0. Right? So she'll choose propose if minus 10 plus X is bigger than 0, i.e. if X is bigger than 10.
Y
Yeah?
has to be less than 1. And
Yeah, so when Y is 1, And x has to be bigger than 10. Does that make sense? Okay. What if y is, like, so that was when y is 1. What if y is 3, 5, or 7? Okay. Now, this number is like 11, 13, or 15, right? Now, Pete will date somebody else, right? Nikki gave such a good, big, like, the cash payoff from Nikki to Pete to date somebody else is large. Now Pete will date somebody else. Yeah? Now Ariana is choosing between the minus 10 plus x and minus 16. Does that make sense? So therefore, when is she going to propose? When minus 10 plus x is bigger than minus 16. But that's always going to happen, right? For positive x. Yeah? So when y is 3, 5, or 7, for any x, Ariana proposes. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Could we do number 4?
Okay, well, we'll go, yeah, we'll do 3, 4. But anyway, does it make sense? So there's like 2 regions. That's what makes this problem kind of interesting. Another way to think about it is, look, if you're Nikki and you want to embarrass Ariana, okay, by proposing, you want to make it so by proposing it's better than not proposing, right? So you could crank up x. Cranking up x will definitely work, right? If I made x 1,000,000 or something like that, right? Ariana will definitely propose, yes? But I don't have to crank up x as much if I do what? Oh, so hold on. Is that right? Yeah. If I can make Pete date somebody else, do I have to crank up x as much? Huh? What? Okay, if I can make Pete date somebody else, right? Then Ariana really doesn't like that. So then I don't have to bribe Ariana as much. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. So it's almost easier to, is that right? Yeah, look, it's easier to bribe Pete than to bribe Ariana in some sense, right? If I can bribe Pete, no, hold on, is that what I'm saying? Something right? If I'm bribing Pete enough, yeah, I'm going to make that minus 16, and therefore Ariana will definitely propose. You see what I'm saying? If I'm making if I make y large enough as y 3, 5, or 7, it doesn't matter what x is. Yeah? Because Ariana is so mad if Pete dates somebody else. So I just have to make Pete date somebody else. Okay. If I don't bribe Pete very much, Pete will remain single. Okay, and then I'm forced to bribe Ariana. You see what I'm saying? Because if basically what I think about it is, it's easier to bribe Pete than to bribe Ariana, in some sense, right? If I bribe Pete, I make Ariana really mad, okay, and therefore she'll propose. Yeah.
So how bad did we do?
How bad did we do? I don't know. I haven't seen the grades yet for this. Okay, anyway. Number 2, Bruin. Oh, this is interesting. Did you get 8 SPNEs? How many people got that?
Of what?
8 total SPNEs? You just have to find how many ties there are.
Oh,
Yeah. So if these 3 nodes, there are ties, you just realize there's 2 possibilities.
Could you the test just written like one of the SPMEs is shown above?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. You could have just written it like this.
Oh,
But then I
just wrote an arrow.
yeah, this is fine, except like one of the SPNEs is wrote by red arrows above.
I don't
Okay.
remember what I wrote.
But I actually asked you how many SPNEs are there.
What if I drew OM, so not only one conversation, I drew all
Uh-huh.
the
Yeah, that'll probably be okay. Yeah, I don't know
I
how to
just
grade.
drew an arrow to the first one.
I'll have to see them. Yeah, I don't want to like, but yeah, but for problem C, you have to tell me 8. That's like the right number. That's yeah. I asked you exactly how many subcame perfect national could be, and the answer is 8. There has to be the word 8 in there somewhere, or 2 times 2 times 2. For B? Oh, I think you probably get the answer right for B. Yeah. Yeah. You don't have to write all of them. Like write down. Do not write down all of them, but any one. That's fine. Yeah. That's fine. You could have also. Yeah.
Just a question, but like, what if like we drew the right like red arrows, but we wrote like maybe the wrong like
In words?
yeah.
I don't think it matters. I think it should be okay. But I mean, you'd have to ask the TAs who graded it, because they'll have a uniform grading standard. Okay, Bruin. Oh, encyclopedia. Do you guys get this one? This is actually a lot simpler than you might think. Yeah, it's actually not that much of a game. It's just that there's only like, what was it, 1, 2, 3, 7 possible moves you can make. So whoever gets stuck with the last one loses. So, yeah.
What I did was that I wrote encyclopedia it like 5 times, and then I like kind of tried it. But then after you realize that whenever you start from one side,
Right.
like one of them wins, and whenever you start from the other side, someone else wins. Like
No, no.
level 1 wins. I
No,
think,
no, no.
if I remember it right. So like I saw the pattern, and then you figure it
Yeah,
out.
exactly. Right. Exactly. It's just
Like,
about.
depending on which side you start from.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of these problems are just trying it out and see what if you can find a pattern. Okay. Problem 3: China, Thailand, Burma. Well, this is a nice problem. I like this one. Do you guys get this?
No.
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 Okay, look.
That was,
So this turning this. Huh?
I tried.
So look, how many nodes does China have? The key thing is just noting 2, right? So China could do a trade or war, tariffs or not. China has 4 possible strategies. Yeah? How many strategies does Thailand have? Just 2. Burma has 2, right? So you get this. Yeah? What? Of course, yeah. Yeah. So you'll see how you do. You can compare it against this. And so there's lots of other orders of elimination, but the easiest one is to get rid of one of these things first. I think for Burma, resisting is weakly dominated by not. Okay, but there are other orders possible. You guys remember this? Kind of? This was a long time ago now. It's almost 2 weeks ago. Yeah? Okay, so there's, I think, 5 A's. That's just so bad. Okay, so you had the problem with 3? Is that what the question was?
Yeah. I had a problem writing it down.
Oh, writing this? Again, it's the kind of thing which seems complicated, but it's actually simpler than you think. It's just always just, China has 2 nodes, 2 axes each nodes. So China has 4 strategies. Times 2. That's it.
There's 3 nodes on the trade, and there's 1 for Burma.
Right, but all you have to do is break it down by each player, right? So China controls this, reaching trade and war and tariffs or not. That's all China can do. China doesn't control all this stuff. Forget about that. China just has 2 nodes, so China has to do trade or not war here and tariffs or not. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. Huh?
You have to include ones that wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly right. So, for example, it seems odd to say China could do war and then tariffs, right? But you still have to include that. Yeah. Okay. Do we go through this in detail? About how to put this together? No? No? Yes? Okay, let's just do it. How about this? China does trade tariffs, Thailand does accept, and Burma does resist. So trade tariffs. Oh, I wonder if I can, if I'm going to tell, I guess, can I do that? Oh, I don't know how to draw on the screen. I don't have, okay. China does trade tariffs, Thailand does accept. So we just end up here, 840. Yeah? How about here? Trade tariffs, reject, resist. So trade tariffs. Now trade, reject tariffs. So we end up minus 8, minus 50. That's this. Yeah? How about this one? War, tariffs, accept, resist. War, tariffs, accept, resist. So all this stuff doesn't happen. We just do war, resist. We get minus 10, 0, minus 10. That's this. Stuff like that. Any questions about that? Okay. No? Okay. Okay. Problem 4. Oh, I like this problem a lot. Problem A, this is pretty straightforward, right? Did you guys get this? The hard part is the last part, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the logic one, right?
Yeah.
Well, I like that one.
Yeah, I liked it too. Okay, you got the Nash mixed Nash equilibrium. Okay, would be. Did you get these numbers? No? I think I'm right. Do you remember getting 6 over 11?
I thought there were 3 different things.
Really?
It says 2.
Oh, okay. I think the key thing is you see some domination. So simplify it right away. So Arash, remember, Arash wants to be as many odd as possible, and Arash doesn't care about the odd and even thing. So for Arash always brings 2.
Oh, so just eliminate even before.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It'd be complicated. So that's the key, is to realize not to have. You don't have to do that. That's kind of the thing. You can eliminate for Arash 1. Right. For Arash, two strongly dominates one. Okay, and then it's just between Bianca and Sharon. Okay. It looks kind of like that. Okay. All right, C. Do you guys do this? This took me a while to figure out. Okay, so, okay. We have, let's see. Okay, so is it Arash, Bianca, Sharon, Dongsu, Estelle? Okay, so Arash can either bring 1 or 2, right? Bianca 3 or 4, Sharon 5 or 6. Is that what it was? Yeah. And then Dongsu brings 1 or 2, Estelle 1 or 2. Okay, so it's a complicated game. What is it? Bianca wants there to be an even number? Forgot. Yeah, Bianca wants even. If it's odd, she gets a 0. Sharon wants odd. Okay. Oh no, I'm going to take it back. Sorry. Sharon wants even, and Bianca wants odd. Is that right? Yeah, Bianca wants odd. Okay. Dongsu hates oranges. Arash likes, but Dongsu hates. And Estelle wants the number to be multiple of 5. Okay, all right, so let's solve this game. Okay, is there anything which is dominated? Okay. If you're Arash, your payoff is the total number of oranges. So are you ever going to bring 1? No, you're just going to bring 2 for sure, right? Because you just get more oranges. Yeah, so Arash for sure plays 2. 1 is dominated for Arash. How about for Dongsu? Dongsu is always going to bring 1. Dongsu gets oranges, right? He's only bringing 1 because his parents told him it's rude to not bring anything to a party. Okay, what else? No, huh? Okay. Huh? Yeah, Sharon.
Yeah, they want 6, right?
Yeah, so they want an even number, right? If Sharon brings 6, what's the total going to be? It could be, well, 9 plus Bianca and Estelle's. Right? So it's not clear.
It depends on everyone else.
Exactly right. Sharon cannot guarantee an even number, correct? How about Bianca? Can Bianca wants there to be an odd number. Can Bianca guarantee an odd number? No. So there's no dominance for Bianca and Sharon, right? How about for Estelle? Huh?
They can't guarantee a multiple of 5 either.
Oh, okay.
Or
You can't. Oh, can it? Or maybe. Or let's think. Huh? This is what's interesting. Yeah.
Would this be like a 3-player game?
It is a 3-player game, but let's just try to simplify it first. Okay, so if you're Estelle, you can bring in 1 or 2. So let's think about it. What are the other possibilities that other people will bring on? So clearly we'll have 3 people. So we'll have 2 plus 1. These are from Arash and Dongsu, right? They'll be 3. The 3 oranges will come for those people. We know that, right? We don't have to worry about those any people. So what are the possibilities from Bianca and Sharon?
Either.
It's either like, yeah.
3 and 4 would be.
Yeah. So 3 could be 3 plus 5, right? 4 plus 5, 3 plus 6, or 4 plus 6, right? Those are all possibilities. Yeah. So this is going to be like 8, 9, 9, 10, right? So if you're Estelle, how many possible oranges will you see other people bringing? Well, 8 from Bianca and Sharon, and 3 from Dongsu and Arash, right? So they'll have 11, right? That's one possibility, right? 12, 12, or 13. Those are all the only possibilities.
Social would be 2.
Yeah, exactly. Does it make sense? That's the key, is to realize that. That's what makes it kind of a funny, interesting problem. If you're Estelle, if I bring 1, there's no way I can possibly get a positive payoff, right? Because adding 1 to these numbers will not make it a multiple of 5. Yeah. But if I bring 2, then I have a shot at getting. make 13, 15, right? Okay, so for Estelle, does 2 strongly dominate 1? No, right? But it's not like 2 is always better than 1. Because by bringing 2, you don't guarantee you'll win, right?
But it's only when you have a chance.
Yeah, exactly. So the rule is 2 weakly dominates 1, right? With 1, you always just get a bunch of zeros. With 2, you get a bunch of 0, but a 15 someplace. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so for Estelle, 2 weakly dominates 1. Okay, that's weak domination. Once you have that, now it's just a 2-person game between Bianca Chin and then yourself. Makes sense? Did you guys do this? How many people kind of did that?
Can you calculate the next Nash?
Oh, okay. So I think, so Bianca brings you either 3 or 4, Sharon does 5 or 6, and now, so everyone else is bringing 2 plus 1 plus 5 oranges, so this is going to be 13, 0, right? Because Sharon wants to even. This is going to be what? 0, 14. This is 0, 14. I think this is 15, 0. Okay, so I think I did that on the thing. Yeah, that's what I got. See that? And I think this, I got, Bianca does half-half, Sharon does 15 over 28, 13 over 20. That's all that is. Okay. So I don't know how this is graded, but this should be graded in a relatively generous way because it's a hard problem. Yeah. How many people got as far as figuring out what Estelle would do? That's the key. That's cool. Yeah. It's a lot to ask in 75 minutes, I agree. Huh? Okay. Any other questions? We have 7 minutes. Okay, let me see if the lecture up there is now going. Let's see. Oh, okay. Where is it? Let's see. Okay, it works. Oh, so this is the lecture for. Okay, that's the one we just. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Okay. All right. Let me.